cannot believe how fast this year is going by. We're already in March, and I really want to create a new collection for my online jewelry site. I have some ideas for what I want to create, and normally what I do before I start making the jewelry is I like to lay out all of the beads on a table so that I can see what the design is going to look like before I start putting it together. And I find that a lot easier than sketching. These are some of the beads from my recent glass bead haul, and I've taken these beads and laid them out on the table, and I've created a bunch of different bracelet designs. I've decided to only make bracelets today. One thing about making bracelets, or just any type of jewelry in general, is that when beads are laid out on a table, they look a lot different when the design is completely finished. Sometimes I end up having to take away some beads from the design because the bracelet just ends up looking too long if I keep all of the beads that I originally planned to use. Sometimes I end up having to add beads as well. It's all part of the process, and I can't wait to get started on the first design. Oh. So I was just making the bead loops and the one-step looper tool just broke. I'm going to try to use it to make the loops for the rest of the beads, but honestly, it's not looking like it's going to work. Okay, let's give this a try. Honestly, it might work. Okay, it does work, but that is very uncomfortable to use. Like, I feel like I'm going to end up injuring my finger because the end of this is so sharp. I probably need to cover it with something, but it is still usable, which is good. Let's try again. It feels so weird cutting the beads with a broken tool. It just kind of just goes like this really fast, and I mean, it's broken, so that's to be expected, but there is hope for this collection. As far as I'm concerned, it still works. It's just a little bit uncomfortable to use, but it's not that bad. This looper tool makes smaller loops. This is the one that I like to use for everything because it makes bigger loops. So I'm not sure which video it was, but in one of my past videos, I talked about how this smaller looper tool that I have is also broken because it doesn't cut the wire. So this one is blunt and the other one has a broken wire. So they both have different problems. I'm now working with two broken tools. It's very unfortunate. Please take a moment to check out my shop and see if there are any products that you would like to order, because I need to buy new tools, so I'm gonna need to sell out on this collection so that I can afford to buy some more of these very expensive tools. These looper tools are not cheap. To be fair, I do use these a lot, so it's not really that big of a shock that they're all starting to break on me, but yeah, this is very unfortunate. But let's keep going. Still need to loop more of these beads. These are all of the beads that I've just looped for the grape bracelet. I ended up changing the order of the beads a little bit because I didn't like how it ended with a purple bead, and on the other side it also ended with a purple bead. Now I think it looks a lot better. I'm gonna see how many of these I can use. I don't think I'm going to be able to use all of them because there just is not enough space. I cannot tell you just how many beads I have broken while trying to force something to fit. If something doesn't fit, don't try to force it, because no matter how high the quality is, if it doesn't fit, then it's going to break. Choco has come to join. Just going to add all of the leaves and the grapes and the little purple droplets one by one. I'll be back to show you the final result. Hey Choc. I've only made 2 bracelets so far and the day is almost over, but I think there's still some time to make one more design. I could make this bracelet, but this bracelet has a lot going on and it's already getting kind of dark, so I don't know if I have enough time to make it. After some thought, I've decided to make this bracelet instead. I'm going to make this one in gold. This is the base of the bracelet. I want to end on a leaf bead on both sides. And then I want a strawberry to be in the middle. And I'll work out where I want everything else to go and then I'll be back to show you what I've decided on. I really like how this is looking. For the end of the extension chain, I'm not sure if I want to add a leaf or a flower bead. Just realized that I can't use my rings for the strawberries because it's way too wide to fit a jump ring. This is how it looks so far with all of the leaves. It looks super pretty and it's gonna look even better when I add the flowers and the strawberries. It is day 2 of creating the new bracelet collection. Currently looking at the rest of the bracelets that I have to create, and there are so many options. I don't know which one to start with. I don't think I want to start off with the strawberry bracelet that I left unfinished yesterday because I need to wire wrap the strawberries and I want that to be one of the last things I do today. But now I think I want to create the mulberry bracelet. This is the mulberry bracelet. We've got 2 different types of mulberries. I really love these leaves because they resemble the leaves of a tree that has been eaten by caterpillars. Time to add some of these. Just adding the final bead. And now it is completed. This is how it looks. These beads are opal beads and these ones are amethyst beads. And all of the rest of the beads are made of check glass. Moving on to the next bracelet. I've only been making gold-plated stainless steel bracelets, but now I'm going to use some silver metal. This is also stainless steel. This pearl literally does not fit. Oh, I don't want to ruin my one-step looper more by cutting this wire because this wire is so thick. I don't want to break it even further by making it blunt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wire, thread it through the looper, and I'm just going to make a little indentation mark in the wire. And then I'm going to take my wire cutters and I'm going to cut right on that indentation mark like this. And then I'm going to take my one-step looper again, make the loop, and it is an extra step, but by doing this it means that my one-step looper won't have to work as hard. It's been through a lot, so every little bit helps. I've been wanting to make a fruit bracelet for the longest time, but I just didn't have the beads. So I spent hours and hours looking for some beads that would work. This is quite a repetitive process, but it's actually quite peaceful making jewelry by this window. This bracelet is coming along really nicely. I'm going to go back on all of these loops that I've created, and I'm going to fix them with my pliers. Make sure that they're facing the right way and that they're closed properly. I found some pearls that fit through the wire, and this is the current layout that we have. I completely forgot that the banana bead has to be incorporated into the actual bracelet and not just dangling off of the side. So I'm going to have to take apart this bracelet and put this banana bead along with the rest of the beads like this. But I don't want this yellow flower to be right next to the banana. So I think I'm going to take away this bead and rearrange the rest of the beads. Finally happy with the way it looks. Now I need to decide whether I want to use this pin with a little ball at the end or a pin with a flat end. This one looks like a nail. It's very flat at the bottom. I think this one, but I'm not sure. Now that I've added it onto these beads, I feel like I don't like the way that it looks. I like the flat pin better because I feel like it looks more hidden. I thought about adding some little brown seed beads to the top of each of the fruits, but I feel like it doesn't look good, so I'm just going to stick to the original idea and take away these little brown seed beads. These leaves right here are so close to the banana, I think that they need a bit more spacing. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that right now. But before I do that, I'm just going to go ahead and measure it again. It's about 6.5 inches. Now it's time to make the banana life cycle bracelet. I wasn't sure what banana flowers are supposed to look like, so I looked it up, and this is the closest bead I could find that resembled the banana flower. These are the base beads that I've laid out, and I think that this is enough to make the bracelet. Again, I forgot that the bananas actually have to be in the actual base bead design. I really wanted to use this bead in the bracelet, but I realized that I actually can't use it. The wire won't go through it, so I'm going to have to leave this out of the design, but it's okay because I already have enough beads to make a long bracelet. I've decided to add some yellow beads at the bottom of the flower to make it more accurate. I think I want to make this bracelet again. It is just not working out the way that it's supposed to. It's turned out way too long. After a lot of struggling and a lot of redesigning, the life cycle of a banana bracelet is finally finished. Over here we have the banana flower. Then over here we have a green banana. Then it turns yellow. This is the overripe banana, and this is the rotten banana. Since I've been making quite a few silver pieces, I think it's time to make a gold bracelet again. Yesterday I made 3 bracelets, and today I've made 3 bracelets so far as well. I need to make at least 3 of each item so that there will be enough available in the shop. The next bead I'm going to add is this green drop bead. I'm adding 2 different types of drop beads to this bracelet. I was thinking about adding these little leaf beads at the ends of the bracelet, but I don't think I will because when you close the clasp of the bracelet, the leaf beads end up being really close together unless you wear the bracelet on the last loop of the extension chain. I think I like the bracelet better without these leaves. The last step is deciding which bead I want to put at the end of the chain. This is option number 1 or option number 2. I'm going to go for option number 2 because it just makes sense to be there. And this is the completed green grape bracelet. I'm still not sure exactly what I want to call this bracelet. It is day 3 of making bracelets. I've decided that I want this collection to be a fruit bracelet collection. So I think I only have 2 bracelets left to make though. So I'm going to get started on doing that right now. One of the first steps that I have planned today is to wire wrap the fruit beads. These are some of the fruit beads I'm going to be using in the next design. I only have gold wire that is suitable for wire wrapping, so this bracelet is going to be gold. I actually like that. I think this is going to look really good in gold metal. Here we have a strawberry, a lemon, an orange, a pink strawberry, which could also pass as a raspberry, and a lime. Let's get started. I'm cutting a really long piece of wire because this wire is super thin, so I want to make sure that it's durable. I'm gonna have to wrap it around the bead a lot of times. This is the first bead that has been wire wrapped, and now it's time to move on to the other fruits. This is the last bead that I'm wire wrapping, and this bead is the lemon bead. These are the main beads I'm going to be using for this bracelet. Going to add 2 more beads to this bracelet, and then I'm going to measure again and see if it's long enough. This is what it looks like so far with all of the beads I've added. The last bead that I'm adding is this little gloss orange bead. Let's see. It's the perfect length, so now it's time to add all of the little details to this bracelet. This is the layout that I've decided to go with. The second bead that I'm going to add is the leaf bead, and I really love these leaves because they are so big and they really make a statement whenever I add them to a design. So this leaf is going right next to the lemon bead. So that is the leaf bead, and directly above the leaf bead I'm going to add this raindrop bead, and so on until the entire bracelet is completed. These are all of the bracelets that I've made so far for this collection, and the only one that I have left to make is this strawberry flower bracelet. At the moment it's 6 inches long and the extension chain is exactly 2 inches long, and I feel like the extension chain should be slightly shorter, but I can't have the bracelet being too short, so I'm going to add this little yellow bead, and I think that will even it out a little bit. It's now time to wire wrap these strawberries so that I can add them onto this bracelet. I'm going to go back through it several times to really strengthen it and make sure that it never ever comes off this bracelet. This is the first part of the process. The second part of the process is going to be making the loops for the flowers. By the time that you see this video, the collection will already be up and available to order in my shop, so definitely go ahead and make sure to check out my shop. It's going to be linked in the description box down below. As I was making them, I noticed that there's a very faint line going down the strawberries, but if the strawberries are facing this way, there is no line. So I think I might have to go back to the fruit salad bracelet and make sure that all the fruit are facing this way. But let's keep on going with this bracelet. Now all of the fruits are facing the right direction and the faint line is on the side. I really hope that there are a lot of customers that want to purchase these because I cannot wait to make more of them. They're all about the same length, but there is the option to ask for a custom length in my shop. If you would like the bracelets to be made longer or shorter, you can request that in the order notes at checkout and I will be more than happy to make a custom length for you. There are still some bracelet designs here on this table that I didn't make, but I will be making them in a different video, so make sure to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out on my next bracelet video. It's finally time to show you all of the bracelets that I made for this collection. There are so many and they're all made of really beautiful glass beads, so I can't wait to show you all of these one by one. We're going to start off with this bracelet, and this is the fruit salad bracelet. It's made with lots of little glass fruit beads and it's got these beautiful big glass leaves and some water droplets. It looks so beautiful when it's worn. I also added some flowers to follow the fruit and flower summer theme. The next bracelet that I want to show you is this bracelet. These leaves really remind me of grapevine leaves, and I've also added some little flowers and these green drops as well. Again, it's so perfect for spring and summer, and even autumn, to be honest, because grape season does go on into autumn. The next bracelet that I want to show you is similar to the fruit salad bracelet, but it doesn't have that shiny glass look. Most of the beads that I used to create this bracelet are very matte. It has a different vibe from the fruit salad bracelet. I think they're both really pretty, but this one has different fruits. This is how it looks on. This one is so unique to me because I have never seen a bracelet that is mulberry themed before. It definitely looks a lot better on because you can see all the beads lay themselves out properly when it's on your wrist. This one is dark purple. This one is a lighter purple and it has an iridescent finish on the other side. This bracelet has the best concept in my opinion out of all of the bracelets that I made today. I really love this concept the most. It's the life cycle of a banana. Also added some leaves as usual. I think all of the bracelets I made today have leaves in the design. This bracelet is such a perfect grape bracelet because it's got the 3 different colors of grapes that are normally available in the supermarket. It's also got these really pretty big amethyst beads. This is the last bracelet that I just finished making, and this one is the strawberry bracelet. We've got some really big pearls up here and some more glass beads throughout this entire bracelet. And at the end of the bracelet, we've got a little leaf. I made sure to add really cute beads at the end of all of the bracelets I made today because I feel like it really ties the whole bracelet theme together when you add a little detail at the end of the chain. Hope you enjoyed watching me make this fruit bracelet collection. If you did, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any of my future small business videos. Thank you so much for watching and see you next week.